boom, 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 boom. And it looks like we have everything under control. It looks like the captain is confident at the helm, but I can assure you nothing could be further from the truth because we've been drinking. And as the captain of the Exxon Valdez found out one day, you're not supposed to drink and use your oil rig to slalom icebergs. Yeah, you can't do that. That's all bad stuff. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and drink right now. Let's get this party started like you're supposed to. As Gen X Talks live streaming, small talk live streaming with no agenda. We just talk about whatever comes up, sitting around a bar, sitting around a campfire. If I will, so should you. Okay, that was stupid. That's the first time I've done that. Okay, this glass it's pretty round at the top, but it's square at the bottom. But I normally drink out of the corner because it's more rounded there. I never drink out of the flat side. I just drank out of the flat side for the first time. Fucking ran down the corners of my mouth and everything. God damn, what's wrong with me? There is so much wrong right now. God, I'm stupid. Where we got? There's so much to talk about today. There's so many things. Well, how about this? Let's back up. Today is March 2nd. It is not Groundhog Day, as you might have noticed. But there's always that national day. We've talked about this before. There's a national day. It's always a national something day. And some days there's 3 or 4 choices. They double up. It can be National Chocolate Day and National, Rock Day. And there could be 5 or 6 things. So I scroll through sometimes out of an act of desperation. And today was National Hospitalist Day. I didn't even know hospitalist was a word, but it's a National Hospitalist Day. And I thought, well, Mrs. Big Rig's on staff here, and she works, she is a hospitalist. She does that kind of stuff. I thought that would be good, with a little acknowledgement for Mrs. Big Rig, but that just acknowledges one person. No, we skipped over Mrs. Big Rig. I mean, I'd like to say I thought about it. I did not. And then the other one was the choices of National Banana Cream Pie Day. Who doesn't love banana cream pie? Now, I thought that would reach more people. More people would connect with National Banana Cream Pie Day. So I thought, we should go with that one. But there was a third choice. Did any of you read it coming in? Did any of you click on that? Excuse me. National Old Stuff Day. National Old Stuff Day. And I thought about that, and I went, you know what? That's us. Yeah, Generation X. We are National Old Stuff Day. It's our day. I didn't even realize it. I didn't know we had a day. Now, they didn't call it National Gen X, Generation X Day. No. They called it Old Stuff Day. So we have to decode that to mean what we say it means. Why? Because we can. National Old Stuff Day is our day. So today, the program, the cover picture, the little talking coming into it's it's our day. Today is our day. Did you know that? Now, if your day's already over, and you're like, if you're on the East Coast and your Mrs. Fort Watt, and she's like, God damn, I got 3 hours left of National Old Stuff Day. God damn it. Is it 3 and Ms. 4? There's only 3 hours left. Now, of course, at 6 p.m. where I am Los Angeles time. So I have 6 hours of National Old Stuff Day. So, you see the correlation coming along here? As the sun sets in the east, and we're missing out on it. And we've already missed most of it. I didn't even know. I was stuffing my face today with banana cream, and I didn't even know today was the old stuff. Well, I guess if we can celebrate together with a drink for National Old Stuff, raise a glass right now. Just acknowledge the fact that we're old. We have experience. Don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as a good thing. The older the bull, the stiffer the horn. And as long as my wife can't hear me say that, she won't be laughing out loud. To us. To a bunch of old people. Christ's sake, what are you going to do? See, corner of the glass, no spillage. All right. That's how we got started. So you guys all know it's about the kid. We're talking about the kid. You guys all know the kid's been struggling with his grades, and he's got them all up All his grades are up. C's are better, not even any D's. And he's packed. He's at UC Davis for 3 days. But it's not without incident, okay? Wow. I'm not sure. Hold on. Gen X Mom, are you there? Where are you at?
I'm here.
Are you there? Say something again.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay. Before, I think you guys can hear the little green meter's running. She's in her office. She didn't want to walk her fat ass out here towards me. She wanted to stay in there where it's comfortable. Fine, whatever. No compliments from me. You know I always compliment her when she shows up. I tell her how pretty she is, how beautiful she is. No. Not giving her any of that tonight. If you're not going to make the effort to walk over here, I ain't saying shit. Gen X Mom, do you think that Gen Z kid's girlfriend's family is watching tonight?
There's a good possibility.
That really messes with what I was going to say. All right. I'll leave that part out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, now they're going to drive over here, knock on the door. What the fuck's going on? Mike Perkins dropped in $1.99 trying to figure out who the $2 whore is. Good luck. You will not be able to figure it out today. It's a woman who's part of you guys. She's part of the crew, but you're not going to figure it out. Let me make sure it's in there still. Let's see. Streamlabs. Make sure. Just let me look. Let me just check in. Let me click on it and see. Make sure that she's in here. No. That's the way you go look. On there's a dashboard and sign in. And then comes up on my screen. And I go to the jar. It's all about the jar. And yeah, her face is still there. And it's still minimum deals that. So we're good. No. You guys, there's no possible way you guys will unless maybe if you're in Discord, you're never going to figure out who the $2 whore is. In fact, I might have to offer a prize to someone who figures out who this is. And no, if the girl is watching, she can't name herself. No, it doesn't work that way. All right. Anyway, Raptor Ranch. No, it's not you. No, Raptor Ranch, you are not tonight's $2 whore. You are just tonight's regular whore. Now go on, whore yourself out and get back here. All right. So the kid. Now, he's got his grades back up. So we're good there. So he packed up his gear. He went to UC Davis. Everything's fine. I just want to slice out one singular moment in a conversation I had with him, just to point out some of the stupid shit he says to me. I know. I've raised 32 kids. We're down to our last batch of 8, 4 boys, 4 girls, and he's the last one. Got it. Now that his grades are up, and Gen X Mom is on him like white on rice. She is on his ass every single moment of every single day. And part of that, and I'm trying to be encouraging, I'm trying to help too, part of that is saying to him, how much time do you need for homework tonight? Because sometimes he has makeup work, sometimes he has regular work, sometimes he's studying for a test. Okay, I'm on board, I got you. How much time do you need? We pretty much do that every day right when he comes home from school. And that gives us an idea. He says, I just need half an hour. Sometimes he says he needs 2 hours. He's been very good about carving that out for himself. Are you with me so far? Good. Glad you're coming along. Okay. So I have that conversation with him. How much time do you need? He says, this particular day, he said, I need an hour and a half. I said, okay, so we do this. We get a couple of chores. We're going to do some stuff here and do some Gen X talk stuff and move some pieces around the board. And okay, I said, you got your hour and a half. Go do it right now. And he kind of has this dumb look. And I'm like, what are you looking at me for? Did you forget your book? Did you lie? Did you not need? What are you doing? He's, no, I got it. So he goes upstairs. Sits at his desk. His mother checks on him. He comes back down a little while later. And we're doing some other stuff. And he says, Dad, I got to talk to you about my homework. And I'm thinking, motherfucker. He goes, no. He goes, I'm good. He goes, it's just that I have to stay up at night and do it in the middle of the night sometimes. I said, okay, I don't understand. I ask you how much time you need. I set that much time aside. I tell you to go to your room. I call you when you're done. We're good, right? He goes, now, pay attention. He goes, yeah. But sometimes when you give me that time, I just go upstairs and I sit at my desk and I look out the window. I said, well, you're almost 18. You're a senior in high school. You're pretty close to not graduating because you fuck shit up. What? And I'm giving you the time you need. I can't do the work for you. He goes, I know. I know it's just sometimes when you send me upstairs to do my work, you allot me my time. I don't feel like doing it. I'm not in the mood. I said, what are you getting at? He says, I'm just telling you that if I tell you when I come home from school that I need an hour and a half to do my work, you kind of got to wait till I'm in the mode of doing my schoolwork. Then I'll do my hour and a half. I said, there's a lot of stuff going on around this house. I said, you have chores, you have dinner. There's things your mother needs you to do with her, things you have to be present for. I said, and now we're supposed to work all of that around when you feel like doing your work. He goes, that'd be great. Dad, now that's what I'm trying to tell you. Otherwise, sometimes I sit in my room and I just stare out the window. And if he does that and doesn't do his work, the evening continues on, and then he finds himself having to do his hour and a half work after he's supposed to be going to bed and going to sleep. I made sure that I listened to every word. I was compassionate. I was kind. I was concerned and caring. And I sat with him and I put my hand on his shoulder. And this is an absolute true story. No give or take a lie or two. This is what happened. I said, all right, I got what you're saying, and I'm here to help. But when I tell you to go upstairs and do your work, and I've carved out the time for you to do it, you fucking better do it. Or I swear to Christ Almighty, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of fucking bricks. I don't give a shit about your feelings. I don't give a shit what mood you're in. I'm not in the mood for lots of stuff. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to work. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to do some other shit. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to drive your mother across town so she can get her fucking nails done. Princess, we all have to do things when we're not in the mood. You can't wait for the stars and the planets to align, dumbass. I was losing my goddamn mind. Do you know the only thing that stopped me, the only thing that calmed me down? The true story here. My granddaughter came and says, Pop up. Don't pop up. Don't yell. Like, that's okay. It's okay. All right, I'll just calm down. And I calmed down. But I swear to God, at 17, he's been in school 13 years if you count kindergarten. He's a senior in high school. He's got like 100 school days left, actual Monday through Friday school, like 100 days of school left. And he's telling me he wants to wait until he's in the mood, and then I can set that hour and a half and reconfigure everything else the family is doing around when he feels like doing his work. I want you guys to know I have failed as a parent. I failed. You guys can take away my parent card if you want to right now. I failed. How could I have been teaching him for all these years and he still has the mindset, it's all about my aura and my chi. How could it be that? Of course, he didn't use aura and chi. Those words are way too cool for him. But you guys understand what I'm saying. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, please leave the live stream right now. Just hang up. Click off, leave. I'm not going to explain chi and aura. Just go. I'm getting mad talking about it. I mean, I can feel my blood pumping. And when my blood pressure goes up, as with any of you, I have to find a way to lower it. One way you can lower your blood pressure is with whiskey. Now, this is scientifically proven to be true. Please allow me to explain. God damn it. I fucking just spilled it all over my goddamn hand. Look at it. It's all over my hand. The fuck is going on with me these days? They just literally, for Christ's sake. In World War II, they had diesel-operated submarines, okay? And if they needed to pick up a little more speed, the engineer back in the engine room would pour whiskey into the fuel tanks, into the diesel tanks, and he would thin that diesel fuel just a little bit and give it a little kick. We all know whiskey gives you a little kick. Oh yeah, go. And the submarines would go. Now they go fast. You can't do it forever. No. Very hard on the end. But they'd go, man. If you're getting your ass handed to you, pour some whiskey in there, thin that out, light it up a little bit, get the octane, and go. Yeah, that's an absolute true story. There's a documentary that covers that briefly. The documentary is not about that. It was a documentary about a submarine with Kelsey Grammer. He's in an old boat. What was that movie called? That movie with Kelsey Grammer where he was the captain of the old ship and he had one of those old World War II and he had to go up against the Ohio-class submarines and Los Angeles-class submarines. Remember that fake attacks and stuff? Kelsey Grammer, the pirate ship guy. Do you remember that? What was the name of that thing? What we got? Somebody's going to give me that one in here. Come on now. Don't leave me hanging. You guys can give me that. Not McHale's Navy. No. There was a movie. And it's a documentary, Down Periscope, Josh Maddox, my man. Down Periscope it refers to this scientifically proven fact. It thins the diesel to get the submarine screws to turn faster. It thins the blood to lower the pressure. If your blood's really thick and it's pumping through your heart and it's so thick it can't get through your heart and it's backing up and the pressure's about ready to pop, thin it out, man. Thin it out. Actually, don't do that. It's exactly the opposite. It fucks everything up. But for the purposes of this discussion, does it not make me look like a mathematical genius? And all I'm using is common sense. Oh, yeah. You get that one for free. You're welcome, America and Denmark. All right. So, should we get on to the bullshit part of the day? Good. Glad you're coming along. This one, you guys are not going to enjoy. I'm sorry. This one is about a staff member, and it goes horribly wrong. So I'm not getting into specifics about the tag of staff. Let's just use the word staff and we'll move on. Now, I also have to use the word woman, chick, female, boobs and all, and my cell phone. It was bad. I don't know. I don't think the way you chicks behave is learned. I think you refine it as you go on, but I think you're naturally born with it. Just like my 4-year-old granddaughter came up and said, Pop, I'm going to give you this one warning. This is your first warning. And she's 4. Now, I was getting her in trouble. How did it go from me getting her in trouble? The fuck is this? I'm on Scott Royston's oil painting page. The fuck did that happen? I mean, I like it, but anyway, I think you girls are born with this. And then just to frustrate us guys, I was on the phone giving, I'm sorry, my fault. I'm bad, you're good. I'm not so good looking, you're pretty. That whole thing, I'm doing that, and everything that came back to me was how fucked up I am. I'm like, yeah, can we get past that? I know that. I need to show you something. No, I did a little screenshot here for you. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. I think you'll all appreciate that. Let me go over here. Don't see rabbits. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. Do you see this? Do you see that was an incoming call from Mrs. Big Rig? I changed her name and I blocked out her number. Do you see this? Do you see what it says? 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 8 seconds. You got to know if this is two guys talking, no fucking way is it lasting longer than 10 minutes. This is a chick phone call. Completely a chick phone call. Now, I'm not getting into the particulars, but I will have to turn a corner right here. I will have to let you know that at the end of this conversation, it was determined we're going to have to let a staff member go. Yeah. And to give you guys a little background without drawing this out, you guys know who's on staff. You guys know everybody. You guys know them pretty well too. You got Lionheart and Low Torque, and you got Two Bear, and you got Josh and Mrs. Big Rig. They just came on staff. And you got Trippy Pineapple. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, but you get the idea. And there's senior staff and there's junior staff, and like Josh Maddox and Ashley just came on board. All right, they're pretty new. But I got to tell you that in the interview process, one of the things that drew us to Josh was we're like, hey, man, can you do some video editing? We need the new intro. The intro you guys see is about ready to be updated. Some stuff will say, some stuff will go. But we don't have Allie from Boston anymore, and she did a very good job of that. And Josh is like, yeah, Canva's cool. I know how to do a little bit of Canva. I said, because that was really good. That program Canva was what we used for making the videos, which is pretty simple. And so in the job interview, he's like, yeah, no, I could do some editing in Canva. And Canva's pretty cool. I mean, he didn't say he was a pro at it, but he definitely let us know, I want the job with Gen X Talks. I want to be on staff, and I can do the video editing, no problem. Okay. So I get this call from Mrs. Big Rig today, and we talk about some personal stuff first and get the usual, hockey puck stuff out of the way. And then she says, you can't let Josh know I'm calling you. So I've promised to keep that a secret. I promised Mrs. Big Rig I would not let Josh know that she called talking about Josh. And I said, what's the deal? She goes, well, Josh put together a video clip and sent it to you, and you had some suggestions, and you sent back some screenshots and suggestions. And I said, so what? She goes, well, Josh is really struggling with this. I said, all right, how bad? She goes, yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and I'm trying to help him. I said, but you were brought on staff for gaming. She goes, yeah, but I got all day. I just went on to Canva, figured out how to use Canva, and everything that you send to Josh, he sends to me. I fix it. I send it back to Josh, and he's going to send it to you. I figured I'd just call you. And Josh goes, no, don't call him. Don't call him. Don't get him on the phone. No. And Mrs. Bigger goes, listen, I got a relationship with Gen X Dad long before I was on staff. I don't have a problem calling him. So let's just cut the shit. So we went through all the stuff on there back and forth. And I said, in the middle of this discussion, I said, okay, I don't mind that Josh is asking you for help. I guess I don't mind that he's struggling with it. How much of Canva does he know how to use? And Ms. Bigger says, he didn't know fucking shit about Canva. I don't think he's ever edited anything his entire fucking life. I said, really? I said, wow, that's interesting. So those of you who like Josh Maddox, those of you who've been around him for a year or two now, he totally got on board with staff under false pretenses. Yeah. So we go through all the stuff, we get everything done, and Ashley's like, and Ashley's she's so cocky and arrogant about stuff. She sits back, she says, all right, so what are we doing about Josh? That motherfucker, that turncoat piece of motherfucker. And I said, what do you want to know? Now, see, Josh is listening tonight. He's not only listening, he's participating. Right about now, he's having a heart attack because all of his worst nightmares are coming true. He's been exposed for the fraud that he is. He's probably packing up all of his shit and turning in his Gen X Talk stuff right now, wiping the tears out of his eyes because he realized that any minute I'm going to tell him, get the fuck out of here, you fake son of a bitch. Now, in the hands of a lesser man, that might have been the result. Thankfully for Josh, I drink as I go along. It helps guide me. So Josh, this shot is going to help guide me. We don't know how bad the words are going to be, Josh, but they're coming right now in front of everybody in here. They're coming right now. Josh is shaking so bad, and he can't even type. Yeah. Okay. So Mrs. Bigrig says, what are we going to do here? Hey, he's been exposed. We caught him. And I thought about it for a minute. Now, most people would say, you lied. You got the job by lying. You fucked up. However, I'm Generation X. I take a little bit different view of this. Do you realize that Josh wanted the job so bad, that he wanted to be part of Gen X Talks so bad, he was willing to lie, cheat, and steal to get the job? That's dedication, my man. That's absolute dedication. How many other people would be willing to lie to get a job where you work for free? How many? I wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. But Josh Maddox did it. Josh Maddox had the determination, the wherewithal, the gall, if you please, the audacity to lie to my face to get the job he wanted. I'm impressed. All right, it's time to let Josh off the hook. Josh, who gives a shit if you're struggling with Canva and you're trying to figure it out, man? Everybody has to learn it at some time. Everybody struggles with it. Don't worry if you're asking for help. You asked Ashley. She was happy to help you. Anybody else would have too that knows how to do it. I would have helped you, Josh. You got to quit thinking so low of yourself, man. We didn't bring staff on because they're perfect at these jobs. We brought people on board that we get along with, that we like, that we love, that we can communicate with, that we're friends with, that we're family with. We brought you on because we dig you. Training and learning and stuff, you can figure shit out like that later, Josh. But if you were perfect at Canva and made all of our intro videos exceptional, but you were really hard to deal with, would we still want you? I like the position you're in. You don't have to know anything, Josh. Everybody on staff loves you and digs you. Everybody in the chat room, they all dig you. They've known you for a long time. You've never had an unkind word to say. You've always been straightforward. Stop shaking. Smoke right now or drink. Do something and calm down. You're going to be fine, man. I was just fucking rolling you. Now, most of that conversation, ladies and gentlemen, is true, and it did happen, okay? Except for the bullshit where I'm riding Josh. I love Josh, and he's fine. Let me run over here between the sheets. Bum, 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 bum. We'll see what we're doing here. Is there super chats in here? Laura, $5. Good evening, handsome general. At Drakenrod. Drakenrod and I are snuggled up in bed watching you, our favorite YouTube personality. Let's kick this pig, bottom of the glass nation. Okay, Laura, here's what I need you to do. You guys are snuggled up in bed. You're already watching. You're already listening. Just turn out the lights. Turn it. It's so dim in there, you can't see his face. Makes it easier to pretend it's me. I know, you're already doing that. I'm just helping you. There's a book on that. Chai Till I Die. Chi Till I Die, $4.99. I enjoy your views on subjects. Love from Chicago. Stop right there. We have a Chicago moment since Chi's in there. Hold on. Stand by. Calm, you dicks and tits. Hold on. Speaking of Chicago, Chicago's mayor, Lori Lightfoot. Did you hear? She lost the special re-election gig going on the Democratic side. It's going to be a Democrat, but she's lost. There was 3 people running. She's out. She isn't even down to the final 2. I don't care for Joe Biden being the president. It's my country. I don't like Gavin Newsom being in charge of my state, California. Other than that, I have mixed feelings on everybody else out there doing everybody's job. I really can't say much about another city. I don't live there. I can look from the outside, but that's up to you guys. But god damn, I was dancing a jig when I heard this woman was out. When she is not coming back, she is gone. I can't tell you what a monstrous, devastating effect this woman has had on the good people of Chicago. I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am that she is gone. There's like 10,000 reasons why this person should never be in charge of anything. I wouldn't put her in charge of a Girl Scout troop. I wouldn't let her drive an ice cream truck in a neighborhood. She is one of the most misguided people that I've ever seen in my life. Okay? I'm telling you that there's people that you would hate that I like better than her. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking with you. This woman was absolutely horrendous, and now she's leaving, and I couldn't be happier. And there, I care who's in charge of Chicago. I think some common sense would bring back some stability and safety to that city. And I don't live there, so I need to shut my fucking trap because it's not my job. However, I literally don't think there's anybody worse than her for doing this job of mayor of Chicago. I just want to say that. I wasn't going to bring that up till later on. I was going to try to find a way to work it in, but guess what? Chi Till I Die 773 brought up Chicago, coincidentally. So here I am. Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama. $2 for the $2 whore. Is it Gwen Tingle? The $2 whore tonight is the lovely Gwen Tingle. Now, I said I'd give a prize. I said I would give a prize. So, Dizzy Mama Sammy Joe, I'm going to give you something that you have desired for a long time. I want you to get your pen ready, get your pencil ready, get your G2 blue pen. Best pens on the planet is a G2 blue pen. Get a piece of paper. You're going to get like 3 seconds on this. Dizzy Mama Sammy Joe, Sugar Mama, look out. Everybody else, look away. Go fill your drink, go to the bathroom, put your dog out. Ready? Sammy Joe, you get that right now. That's it. We're done. All right, everybody can turn back around. The thing you have requested, Sammy Joe, you now have my phone number. One of them. Straight to me. Sweet says, is the $2 horse Tori? It is not. I should use Tori. I should use Tori Shiravalo as a $2 whore. I almost said something horrible about her sister, but I love both of them, so I won't. Krista Rose, in honor of all of us old people, could we make the jar a bit larger, perhaps? Well, you know what? If I can grab that thing, yeah, let's see. How's that? Is that good? I just don't want it to cover up the screen, but I guess that's okay. We good there? Carl Girard, $9.99. Had some time to dive into the podcast today. Great job, great content. And as I always love the show, Carl, thanks for that, man. It's really hard to get a read on the podcast, the audio podcast. I don't know if you guys know that we do that. You guys, the moderators will put up a link. Josh should be putting up a link for everything, so he doesn't fucking piss me off and he keeps his job. Anytime we talk about a link, Josh Maddox's name, Blue Ranch Job, better have a goddamn link. He better be the first one with a link right there. And I mean fast. You better always be Josh. In fact, the other moderators can just sit tonight and not do shit for links. If Josh doesn't do the goddamn links, I'm telling you, better have his name on it. Anyway, yeah, the podcast, it's hard to get feedback. There's not a lot of ways to get, because there's no one. As soon as you're done listening, you can't just click a button and go over to a comment section. There's like one on Anchor and a little bit on one of the others, but there's not a centralized way to do that. I'm working on that. That's not a thing that's available to us yet. So thank you for responding to the podcast. I apologize on the podcast that came out today, because there was 5 seconds in that podcast from Gen X Mom that was shocking. Now, I'm getting feedback on that. I knew when she said it, and I thought, should I edit it out? No, because I rolled with it. I was shocked, but it was funny, but it was shocking. I hope, Gen X Mom, you can only hope your brother does not listen to that. The Sun Valley Fox listens to the audio podcast. You know what's going to happen is Gen X Mom's sister-in-law, the Puritan Catholic girl, that girl could wear white every day. She's so pure. If she listens to it, she will be blushing, and the Sun Valley Fox from across the room will know something's wrong, because his wife will be blushing. And why? because my wife is uncontrollable. And I apologize for those 5 or 10 seconds. And those of you listening to the podcast, you already know. You already know what I'm talking about. All right, Mrs. Big Rig. It's Spicky, I think. No, Mrs. Big Rig, you blew $1.99 for no particular reason at all, because that's not what it was. All right. Circle K, Chris K. Circle K's back. You guys remember him? Circle K, Chris K. Turn my whole screen yellow, $9.99, $10 to the Whiskey Fund. On one condition, you have to sing "Thank You for Being a Friend," the Golden Girls, after your story, or it goes to the kid. Love you all, including the Bottom of the Glass Nation. All right. I'm not singing that song. I know the song, "Thank You for Being a Friend." I'm not singing it. No. I will have to give the $10 to 8-Bit Fund to the car. Two Bear for Josh, best bar ever. Yeah, you guys need to throw in a couple bucks for Josh. He's probably still shaking right about now. See, Josh is kind of like a Pomeranian dog. You start yelling and screaming, they don't run away, they don't bark and attack. They kind of sit in the corner and shake until all their hair falls off. And for those of us on staff, we've all seen Josh naked. If you went to Vegas, you've seen what he's hairless. I think he just shook it all up. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert, but we love Josh. Disney, boy, this is all coming because of Mrs. Big Rig. She's gonna bear the brunt of all this. If there was ever a sniper in a tower at a college, it'd be somewhere near Mrs. Big Rig, and it'll guaranteed be Josh up there locking and looking. Motherfucker, I told you that in confidence. God damn it. Oh, I've been drinking too much today. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, $5. Because of Josh Maddox's actions, I don't think there is a more fitting person to go to the woodshed than Lionheart. You know what? That makes sense. I completely Disney Mom because of what Josh did. Lionheart is now in the woodshed. He's in there. Yeah. I just put him in right now. Let's see, Josh Maddox. Yeah. Lionheart is now in the woodshed. And it's true because he was supposed to be mentoring senior staff members, mentor junior staff. Lionheart, senior staff, should have never let this happen with Josh. It's partially Lion's fault. He's in the woodshed. Good call, Disney Mama Sammy Joe. He's in the woodshed. Who else is in here? Gwen Tingle, member for 2 months. She's an extra. And as we all know, she is tonight's $2 whore. What else is in here? Josh Maddox, $1.99. I can breathe again. Best bar ever. Whoa, screen's jumping on me. D. Shearer. Now, he's been in and out of here. He doesn't always say stuff, but he's been in and out of here. $50 Woodford Reserve Green Acres store pickup. My treat. Now, wait a minute. How do you know about Green Acres? I just need to know what you're talking about there. But how do you know about the... I got to ask D-Share, my treat. It's not bad. He's not wrong on that. That Woodford, not bad at all. Loud one, $20, trim a whole screen orange and wrote a paragraph, and then Gen X Mom made it jump. Got to hand it to her for that shit. Okay, tornado warning is gone. Time to finish this run back to Tulsa town. The storm is insane. It's been a minute since I've had state troopers send a warning to get off the road now. All safe, though. Listening, not commenting. Well, then you know what, loud one? Just drive, just listen. If anybody is going to donate money and spend money at Gen X Talks, it can be your wife. She can do things on your behalf. Don't forget that. Circle K, Chris, member for 11 months, Bottom of the Glass Nation. You sang it. God, no, I didn't really sing it. I just just the title and the hummed it. I didn't sing it, Chris. I did not sing it. That does not count. You didn't get me. No. Barry Dano, our favorite Canadian to ship to $5. Here's for a good time, not a long time. Here for a good time, not a long time. Cheers, General. Thank you very much. Turtle King, member for 4 months, Bottom of the Glass Station. I love this guy, a wild and crazy guy. Reminds me of Steve Martin. You guys remember those skits, the wild and crazy guy skits? I almost wanted to do one, but I'm not that drunk, so I didn't do it. All right, let's go back up and go through some of the stuff in the sheets in here that's written down. Forrest Tierra going to try and see you with my Gen Z daughter at GSR on April 1st. Been following for a couple months. This is my first comment. Forrest, if you get a chance to come by just for 5 seconds, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. If you can make it there to say hello, I would personally appreciate it. Just make sure I get a chance to shake your hand. I would like a picture with you and I if I could. Donna Shunjimbob Burger, Donna SpongeBob, aloha from Hawaii. Where have you been? I feel like stopping the whole goddamn live stream. I'm stop the whole live stream. I'm gonna drink. We'll talk about Donna. And she sends me this. God damn, I spilled it again. Is this a defective bottle? What the fuck is going on here? Why? Because I spilled it, I'm done? All right, your microphone is on, Gen X Mom. What'd you just yell at me?
I said you're done. Not just once. Like 3-4 times already.
Okay, wait. I spilled once when I was drinking it because I drank out of the flat side of the glass.
Yeah, excuses.
And then twice. There's something wrong with that bottle. I know how to pour whiskey out of a bottle.
Do you?
Yes, there is something wrong with that bottle. That is twice I went to pour it, and it shot. It's all over my fucking arm. God, okay, I'm turning off your mic.
All I'm hearing is a bunch of bullshit, but whatever.
I'm turning off your mic. You're done. Okay, she's out of here. Back to Donna. Do you know she drives right by the USS Missouri and the Arizona? She goes by that part, the Arizona Memorial, on her way to work every day. I would never, ever get tired of seeing that. And she gets to do it every day she goes to work. Envious beyond words. In fact, I don't like her because of that. But where the hell have you been? It's been so long. Hold on. Now your mic's on.
Donna said she's been in guitar.
Is that guitar with a G or Qatar with a Q?
Qatar, I guess Qatar with a Q.
All right. Now, see, this isn't going to work you talking unless you can get my attention. We covered this before the program. You're not following the protocol at all. You're just screaming at me from your office. Now, I'm not sure how you're going to rectify this, but get your shit together, woman. I tell you. We've covered this about her talking on her microphone. I said, you just got to make sure I know. Oh, I'll put it up in here. I'll put it up in the sheets. You'll always be able to tell when I'm ready to say something, and then I don't have to leave my office. And the 4 times she's talked, she hasn't put shit up in the sheets. I haven't seen anything over here. You know what? At this moment in time, I'm reminded of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, Iceman from Bodfish, who looked at me one evening across a table here at my house and said, chicks, man. Chicks. He could not have been more right. And we've been living with it ever since. All right, where are we at? B. Erickson, this is the only podcast I choose to watch. This will be the last thing I watch before 4 bypass surgery. I need a good chuckle to keep it up with the channel. 50-year-old Wasu, am I saying that right? Wausau, Wisconsin, Gen X for life. B. Erickson, my bad. I hope you're not having that done tonight, but if you are, check in as soon as you're conscious, buddy. Let us know you're okay. Magsy, I'm creeping around the house at 2 a.m. using my head torch to see as to not wake up the cat. Got the general on mobile and earbuds. Why are you not worried about waking up the cat? Fuck that cat. It's your house. Oh, Magsy and her cat. Johnny Watt General, my son says you are my doppelganger. I knew I had one out there somewhere. In looks and viewpoints. Cheers to my brother from another mother. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you. Sasquatch Hunter, Alaska Adventures, howdy. You are wrong about pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That was coined to make fun of elite rich people telling you to just fix your problems. Gen X, it still sounds like we're using the same example for the same reason. I didn't say it wasn't for about rich people. Okay, it's about rich people. It's still the same thing. Fix your problems. Pull yourself up. Get going. Doug Dillner, hey, General, so when is your colonoscopy you postponed? Yeah, hey, Doug, fuck you. It's... He was in the podcast. You guys don't know he was listening to the podcast. That's how Doug is doing. He brought the audio podcast into here. Goddamn son of a bitch. All right, Troy Shekels, General, reporting and saluting and taking a shot for you. Don't say much, but hope you acknowledge me. Just watch and listen to another Gen X. Troy, it don't matter if you ever type, you ever say anything in here. As long as I know you're there, man, we're good. Drinking out of the corner. I am a corner glass drinker tonight. Oh, Danielson's. I'm in need of parenting tips. All right. Here we go. Everybody settle in. Danielson's. I am in need of parenting tips. How do I get my 11-month-old boy to stop when I say to? For example, stop touching that electrical cord. Stop jumping on our air mattress. It's our only bed. Yeah, 11-month-old. They're a lot harder to train than you would think. They don't listen. The good news is they don't argue too much. Not as much as you'd think. Yeah, at 11 months old, I don't know. I used to grab my sons by their feet and dangle them in front of me and have a conversation because it got their attention. It's 11-month-old. That's a tough one. And let me tell you why I cannot give you parenting advice. And if Gen X mom were in here, she would agree. I don't do babies at all. I'm not good with them. I don't relate to them. I don't understand them. They operate completely opposite to everything that I know to be true about a human being. I have no idea how their brain works and what they're thinking. So from the time they arrive until about 4 years old, 4 and 5, I'm lost. I got no fucking clue. I don't relate to them at all. I don't communicate with them. I mean, I do what I'm supposed to do. Happy birthday. Glad you're part of the family. And sometime, I promised Gen X mom every time we had a kid, and we've raised 32 kids this last batch of 8, I made her a promise, and I stuck to it. I fulfilled my promise. I said, listen, I know I don't relate to babies. I know I suck with this. I'm terrible with it. But I promise you, before their first birthday, I will stop calling them by their social security number, and I will actually learn their names. You know, I promised her that by the time their first birthday came around, I would no longer view them as a tax deduction. And I think that was pretty noble. And come on, give me a little credit. With all those kids, that's hard to do. Yeah, I'm letting you know. But I did it because I'm a man of my word. Caring, loving father. Don't you forget it. All right. So there's your advice. PayPal. All right. Your microphone's on. What do you want?
Oh, now it's my turn.
Yeah, do you got something to say? Voice
Yes.
in the other room?
Sammy Joe, $10. Now that I think about it, that was way too easy. There has to be something up with that number.
No, that's the number.
It is a number.
Yeah,
it's a real number.
Gen X mom, it's in your writing.
Yes, I know. Also, $20 from I Hate Fucks. Maybe poor Josh can keep his job for another week or so.
Well, I Hate Fucks. Is that what you're saying? Do you want to buy him some time? You want to cover that spread for him? All right. Well, I Hate Fucks has allowed Josh to be gainfully employed on a free internship for another week. We'll talk again next week, see how things go. Can I turn off your mic now?
Yes.
Good. Thank God. That is so satisfying to press that button and have my wife shut up. If I could find that button on her physical body, God, I'd do it. I would do it. Every woman has that button, to shut the fuck up button. But the Gen X mom told me where the button was one time. She actually told me that. She goes, you want to know where the button is? I said, yes. She goes, you want to know where you press? I said, yeah. She put out her hand and she goes, you put money in this hand and I'll shut up. And I said, how much? She did this. She goes, this much. And she wasn't talking George Washington's. She was talking Benjamin's. I tried it one time just to see if it would work. I set that many Benjamins on her hand. Her hand went chunk. She grabbed her purse, grabbed her keys, her sunglasses, threw a scarf around her neck, walked out the door, and I didn't hear a word from her until the money ran out. And then she walked back in the house and did this, and I said, fuck that. That did not work nearly as well as I thought it was going to. But they do have a switch. You just have to stack money on it in a certain spot, and they'll shut up, but not for very long, especially my wife. Good God, I tell you. Hey, I said that with a straight face. Shut up. Mrs. Fort Watton, General, that was the first time I ever saw you be unjust. Poor Lionheart did not deserve the shit. No, didn't you hear? Sammy Joe clearly explained it. And now I'm finding Lionheart's name in here again, and there he is, and he's in another timeout. because Mrs. Fort Watton made me feel bad that I was unjust, and now I feel guilty. And I have to do something to lash out. Lionheart's 7'3". He's the biggest target in the room. Easy choice. Thank you, Mrs. Fort, for helping me determine who should be punished next. Troy Shekels, Jen reporting for duty. We got him. Mrs. Ford got that one. Jennifer Dingham, welcome to Bottom of the Glass Nation. Jennifer Dingham. Nope, that's not the right name. Well, I mean, it's your name. It's the right name for Jennifer. I'm not saying your name is the wrong name. That is your name. I'm just saying that I thought you might be related to someone I knew, but then I realized the name was different. So the wrong name association. Never mind. I'm ruining this, but that's where my head went. Robin Brown, love you, General. Please say Yo quiero Taco Bell to my daughter. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yeah, little dog and everything. Your kids are for my daughter. Laugh my ass off. She thought I made it up till she heard you say it on her. Yeah, it's Yo quiero Taco Bell. That was the little Chihuahua thing for Taco Bell. Yeah, it was badass. I love that little commercial. Giovanni Hernandez, first time catching the live. Love your family and their content. Just got to say that your summary of immigration last time was perfect. Thank you for that. That was a quick... that was a 60-second take on that. I'm glad it worked out. Sometimes I'm not concise, and he has to throw all this shit away. But thank you for that. Rebecca, 1111, I listen to you because you put words into pretty much everything I think. You're all true American Gen X here. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Kind words go a long way with me. They do. They really do. Thank you. Jeff Satterwhite, hey, watch a lot with your son. You should be proud of him, but I'm a boomer, 62 and retired. My son thinks everything I talk about is stupid, even at 32. I have a son who just turned 31 today, and there is a glimmer of hope. A glimmer. Yeah, don't give up. They're still inside there. Alan jumped in. Welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation. Now, you guys better have said hello to Alan. If I missed it because I'm talking here, you guys better have welcomed Alan on board. I hope you guys did. It's fresh and it's fresh. It's fresh. It's in. Life was hectic for a spell, but I finally have time to slow down and check in with the coolest group of people. General Prevails, the coolest group is you guys, and she's here. Thank you very much. Kiki, what the hell? Ilir Goslavichka. Kiki Early Arrow. It says Kiki Euro Scavenger in my book. He made you rich. You're ungrateful. He made you rich. You're ungrateful. Lionheart made me rich. I'm ungrateful. I promise you, Lionheart has not made me rich. That worthless Jolly Green, I'm not going there, but I'm telling you, he's over 7 feet tall. He ain't made me rich. He's given me ulcers, and you're ungrateful. That would be great to know, Kiki. If you're talking about my son, Kiki Euroslavia, if you're talking about my son and you're telling me I'm ungrateful, how do you know? Do you know me? Do you know my day-to-day life, my routine? Or perhaps you're judging me on how I feel in a 60-second video. Because if you are, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing that you can judge a person and come to a conclusion when you watch 1 minute intervals of what they do. That's truly amazing. He made you rich and you're ungrateful. First of all, I'm not rich. If you think those 1 minute, you know what's real? I wasn't even going to bring this up. Those 1 minute videos, I told you what YouTube was doing. They were changing their deal on this. And I'll just tell you right now, since the brilliant Kiki Yugoslavia brought it up, they had a bonus program for those 1 minute videos. He posts a bunch of 1 minute videos, YouTube shorts, and he posts them all month long. And they had a bonus program that they decided what they gave you. There was no metric to it. They'd say, hey, you did good, and here's your money for the month. Always $350 to $450 every month for the whole month. And it was like, God, that's frustrating because, some of his videos he does really well. And you just never got anywhere. Well, Facebook actually pays more. Everything pays more on Facebook, still to this day. Everything he does, if he takes a slice, and some of you know what the Gen X Talk slices are, that's a regular long video. He puts them up on YouTube and he puts it up on Facebook. Facebook gives 4 times the money for the same amount of views. 4 times the money. The shorts versus YouTube Reels, same reel. He checks them. 100,000 views on YouTube, 100,000 views on Facebook, triple the money. Triple. Facebook does every time. So YouTube comes along and says, well, we're just this YouTube short program, this bonus thing where, Gen X Talks is getting $350 to $450 a month. They're changing it for everybody. They changed it February 1st. We had our first month where we were under the new program, and all the hype across YouTube creators was, okay, we're all part of a new program. There's a metric now. The videos do well. We get more money. We can track. We can do. His money came down. He showed me the other day that the YouTube Shorts program, same amount of videos, pretty much the same amount of views the whole time for all the videos for the whole month. And he was down to $292 for all of his shorts. True story. I can screenshot it for you. It's somewhere in the analytics. The shorts program. Now, he has membership stuff from you guys and donations from you guys. Those are broken down differently, and they certainly help a ton because, the brilliant brainiac Kiki, who's got it all figured out, throws out there, he made you rich. Thank you for playing. Everybody remember her name. I don't even know how to say it. Kiki Euler-Voxkia. Just, I would say delete it, forget it, she's stupid, move on. Don't do that. Remember her name forever as a moron who was talking out her ass and had no fucking clue to what she was saying. Isn't in the program, isn't a creator, has no fucking idea what she's talking about. No rich. Didn't happen. And then, you know how I know? I'm not rich to this day at this moment. I'm driving a 2007 Chevy Silverado pickup truck. I am not rich. Bum, bum, bum. Whoa. Yeah. If I'm rich, where's the fucking money, Kiki? See, that's your brain trying to figure out what you did now because you stepped in it. And because I'm not deleting it, everybody's going to remember your name. Yeah, and how dumb you are. And then she writes, you're ungrateful. You know what? I'm not ungrateful, but for all the wrong reasons that you're coming up with. I'm extremely grateful because there is a group of people in here that I've had the chance to befriend. And I know it's not the same friendship that in real life. I know that. And it was very difficult for me, and it was very hard for me to switch my brain over to accept online friends, to understand that there can be, in a limited way, some sort of connection where they're real people that you can really know. And it took me a long time to get past that. I'm an old school, old dog, new tricks kind of guy, but it's real, and it worked. I am grateful for that. If nothing else, I'm grateful for having friends in here, a family in here. I'm grateful for having people that I can talk to on a regular basis that know something about us, and I know stuff about them. I'm grateful for meeting people in person when I get the chance. I'm grateful for a great number of good people that are part of Gen X Talks on every level, and I get to interact with them almost every day. None of those great people are you. You're completely the opposite of those great people, and I hope that I never see you in one of our live streams ever again in any fashion. I wouldn't even have you around here dumping the trash for us. We'll do it ourselves. All right. Mr. Fort Watton, General, you should pet the bunnies for comfort. Oh, Gen X Mom snuck your comment in right below what I was reading. She did that on purpose. There's a whole list of stuff that's going on. It's all in order. Yeah, it's all in chronological order. And then yours just should have been at the bottom, and she just slid it right in there where she knew I was reading. Oh. I would pet a bunny on here, but I don't have the bunny. I have a bunny. We bought 4 bunnies, and you know what? I could show you that today. I did it real quick. I can drink. I drink in a new things. Let's drink right now to Kiki's Exit and Never Coming Back. Oh, okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, where was I? There was something in here. No, hold on a second. I got it. Calm down. I can find it. Just give me a second. Rabbit hutch 1. Is another one number 2? All right, there's 2. So this one first. So you guys know the story that we bought the bunnies. We were going to get 1 bunny. And then my daughter talked me into 2. My granddaughter talked me into 3. And then my wife talked me into 4. So we got 4 bunnies. We put them in a big German Shepherd dog carrier just for a week or so while they're getting bigger. And then I built them today a rabbit hutch. And if those of you remember, I didn't believe you. I thought you guys were full of shit. I said, I have to build something I built the chicken one. And they're like, yeah, it's called a rabbit hutch. And I go, it's not called a rabbit hutch. I know what a hutch is. It holds plates and silverware. It's not a hutch. And all of you guys lit me up. It's called a rabbit hutch. It's a place for bunnies. And you're full of shit. It turns out you guys were right. Turns out the only thing full of shit was me. So I did. We got one. I built it. I put it together. And there's what it looks like with the bunnies beginning to rub around. What you see in the blue thing is it's a gate, a foldable octagon, a wire thing. You kind of set it on the grass. And we just kind of wrapped it around to so they could go in. They could have a front yard to play in, and they were in this. But I finished that today, and I put it out there for the rabbits. Yes, it's a bunny hutch. There is a real thing, and they're in it. They're having a good time in it, fuckers. So we did, but I could go. And so the deal was with the bunnies is that they're naming the bunnies. And I told you guys the one that I was there when we picked them, and there was one bunny that nobody was petting. All the customers, all the people that were there was one bunny that nobody was petting. The bunny would literally run over when kids were petting their hands through the thing and adults were grabbing the bunnies. And this bunny's running around trying to get his head like, pick me up, pick me up. The kids would put their hands through there and he'd run over and put his head like, pet me. And the kids would pull their hands back out. Nobody wanted to have anything to do with this bunny at all. He was a good looking bunny. I mean, he's not this good looking, but he was close. And he was kind of a caramel and white mix. He looked like the top of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So I called him Frappuccino. And the name stuck. We call him Frapp for short, but Frappuccino is his name. And I do hold him. I fucking hold the bunny. No pictures. I don't allow any pictures of me holding the bunny. I have an image and a reputation to uphold. So I don't hold the bunny on camera. I don't hold the bunny for pictures, but I do hang out with the bunny. I put a towel right here because he digs and claws in. And as soon as I get him, the fucker wants to play. I mean, he knows me and I know him. And he's like, all right, let's go, man. Let's play. And he wants to run around and do stuff. And we have a lot of fun, but it's just, so now there's a bunny hutch. And when I got that finished today, it is not to the quality that Lionheart would build. And there's no tile in it, so he's not going to beat the shit out of me. Your tile work fucking sucks. But it is, and it works, and it's a good thing. And I didn't know it was there, but it is, and it's good stuff. So that was my gig. The bunny, yes, Mrs. 4, I should pet the bunny. I do spend time with the bunny. Frappuccino's a cool fucking bunny. I don't remember the other bunny's name. We got one that's all white that has really long hair. Weird looking rabbit. I mean, looks like a chemotherapy patient. Patches of just really long hair. And his name is Ghost. What are the other, Gen X Mom, what's the other 2 bunnies' names? What's?
Oh, you on my mic now?
Your mic is on.
Oh, you want me to talk now?
Yes, I want you to talk now. What's the other bunny's name? We got Frappuccino, Peanut. Ghost.
Peanut.
Who's this Peanut?
Mine.
Why would you name your bunnies like charcoal gray?
I'm sorry. His name is Peanut. Thank you very much.
Peanut, okay.
Your granddaughter is Grassy.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm hanging up on you. You're off. Yeah, my granddaughter named her Grassy. I don't even know why. I get why she names it Grassy. The thing fucking smokes weed all day, but still. Anyway, so that's the deal. So there is a bunny. See, I even had the picture ready for you. I did. Good stuff there. All right. Where was I in here? Chris K, I'll be in a kilt on St. Pat's Day. Anyone else? No. I'm not dressing up like a woman And I'm not dressing up like, you know who would? Deepak will. I guarantee Deepak in Ireland will be wearing a kilt. But I'm not Mel Gibson, and I'm not a chick, so no. Danielson's, hey guys, what are you doing with the Walmarts all over the country? Anyone know about this? What are they doing? Danielson's, hey guys, what is going on with Walmarts all over the country? Anyone know about this? What are they doing? Well, you got to be more specific. Are they tearing them down? Are they changing their colors to purple? You got to let me know. You got to give me something to go on there. Rebecca 1111, I'm getting chickens. Never done so. Are they hard to care for? Rebecca, email Gen X Mom at Gen X Talks. We just got 10 more chickens and 2 died. She brought one back to life. I couldn't believe it. She had one. You get a bunch of baby chicks. Sometimes they give them to you too soon, or they're unhealthy. They didn't make the trip. So every time we get 10 chicks or so, we always lose a couple, 2 or 3. So we lost 2, and the other ones are doing fine. Then all of a sudden, one starts wobbling, and then it's laying down on its side. The other baby chicks are just trampling it. So it was today, Gen X Mom went in there, and she's like, okay, we lost another one. I said, that's too bad. And she takes this thing, and she clears out all the other chicks. She holds this thing in front of the heat lamp for like half an hour, and the chick is breathing, starts to move around a little bit. She takes in her fingernail. She got her nails done. And she puts water and holds her fingernail up to this up to this baby chick, and it starts drinking out of her fingernail. She gets more water. She's in there for 2 hours with this chick, and I'm like, just let the fucking chicken die. We'll get another one. She's like, no, it's still alive. It's still breathing. At the end of the day, this chicken is now running around. Something happened where it can't get to the water, or it doesn't understand the water. So as soon as she fed it water and took care of it, now it's fine. Now she has to keep doing it. She has to keep going in every so often. She has to spend 10 minutes feeding it water out of her finger. But it's living now. She fucking brought this thing was this close to dying. When that chicken's on its side and other chickens are just running over the top of it, trampling it, they pretty much don't give a shit about that chicken anymore. That chicken's on its way out. And she saved it. Yeah, she did it. She's got it. So, all right, getting a big screen now. Then your microphone is back on, sweetheart.
Oh, you're going to be nice to me now?
You wrote PayPal, so hurry up and get your shit done so I can get back to talking to my friends.
$100 from Christina.
Is it for me?
50 for the kid, 25 to Gen X Mom, and 25 to Gen X Dad. Love your family.
Why did the kid get $50 fucking dollars? You guys just don't understand. I'm putting in the time, baby. I'm putting in the effort here. Kid gets in the joint. What'd you give 25? I'm turning off our microphone. What did you give Gen X Mom $25 for? For what? For harassing me? For treating me bad on the audio podcast? Josh Maddox, you better put up the link. Is that why? Well, thank you, Christina, but we need to talk. We're going to have a little conversation here. All right. What am I at? Rebecca, getting chickens. Yeah, Rebecca just emailed GenXMom at GenXTalks.com. Tons of information. She went through a learning curve, too, where she had to listen to people that had been raising chickens. She learned a lot from them. She's learned a lot on her own. She could pass along some cool stuff, help streamline things for sure. Gwen Tingle, General, go to your happy place where you can pet the bunnies, punch imaginary people, and eat chocolate cake. Wow, see, there's more reasons why I love Gwen, and that's part of them right there. All right, so where were we? We had more stories to tell. Now I'm going to pour this, and I'm not going to fucking spill it. For those of you who have to leave the live stream to go to the bathroom right now because the noises we just made, I understand. You're dismissed. Hall pass. There you go. All right, more stuff in here. Dum-dum-dum. So, yeah. This was the new logo for the podcast. There's the new picture on there. So someone can put up the podcast link. Josh Maddox, you better hurry up and do it. Don't get fired, Josh. Do your job, buddy. Anyway, so the podcast is up. The link tree is the one we pass around now, so you can go watch it everywhere. I got a couple more places. I have to manually upload it tomorrow, but the link tree is up there for all the free sites. You can go check it out. All right. I don't normally do this kind of shit. I don't show stupid memes and GIF images, but this was hilarious. I don't know why I've shown this to like 30 people, and all 30 people went, yeah, real funny. That's funny. I was dying laughing. I mean, dying. Not one person I showed this to thought it was funny. When you're renting and the utilities are included, when you're renting and the place you're renting, the utilities are included. Every light bulb, every sale, every place you can possibly, that's funny. How does nobody think this is funny but me? I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. When you're renting and the utilities are included, pong. Come on. I don't know. Whoever made that was brilliant. I didn't make that, but it was really fucking funny. All right. Oh, here's one for you. For ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather around. You guys remember Bernie Sanders? Everybody remember Bernie? Socialism, socialism, socialism. I'm not going to get into all the facets of socialism and how fucked up it is. Socialism, socialism, socialism. He put on a live in-person class, rented a big theater where he could have big auditorium where he could everybody show up. It was $100 to get in, $100 a ticket to get in. His book was on sale all over every corner of this auditorium for $30. $30 you could buy the book, $100 gets you in the door. Do you know what the topic of the discussion was that everybody paid money and filled this auditorium? You know what the topic of the discussion was where he filled the amphitheater and sold books? I hate capitalism. Capitalism is wrong. Capitalism is horrible. Buy my book. Capitalism is evil. Buy a $100 ticket to get in. And you wonder why I constantly laugh at the hypocrisy of some of these idiots on the left. How do you hold a conference where you're the keynote speaker on how you hate and you want to destroy capitalism, but you charge $100 a ticket to get in, you're selling your book for $30, all for profit? This is capitalism, you fucking moron. How does this escape everybody? I don't understand that. Some people's kids. I swear to Christ Almighty, I don't know what I'm doing here. All right. I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to remain quiet. I'm going to give you a heading or a caption or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to give you something to think about. Then I'm going to turn on this picture, and I'm going to shut up. I'm actually going to reach for my glass, and I'm going to have a drink of my whiskey, and then I'm going to come back. All right? This will give you a moment to reflect on the picture. The picture is out of this last batch of 8 children, 4 boys, 4 girls. It is 2 of my sons growing up. 2 of my sons from 13 to probably 18. 2 of my sons. This picture describes them better than any words I ever could. I now present to you a clear definition of 2 of my idiot sons. I'll be right back. You tracking with me? Yeah? You smelling what I'm stepping in? You get that? 2 of my sons perfectly. Kid you not. Now, got to talk about something that I missed before. Got to note, if you could see this Mac, it's covered in these things from shit I'm fucking up and Gen X Mom. Thank you, shout out to Chad and Christina Davis from Maine. $25. Why is that important? Why is that any different from all the other times someone gives $25, $75, $50, $100? They mailed a check. They mailed a check to us with a lovely handwritten note for $25 as a donation. And they said why they were doing it. And they were very kind. And we opened up the letter, and the check came out. We read it, and Gen Z kid was looking at the check, holding the check in his hand. He's going, "What is this?" I go, "That's a check. It goes in the bank." "What's it for?" "Well, it's donating money. It's $25, and this check is a note that says you can go get the $25. He goes, "Huh? Why would you send something in paper?" I go, "That's how it always used to be, was paper. You know, there was a time when there was no ATM machines?" He went, "Come on. There's always been ATM. I mean, come on." I go, "No. You had to use actual cash or a check, or for those of you that go way back, traveler's checks, which I bet there is nobody in this audience who has ever physically used a traveler's check. I can guarantee very few of you know what I'm even talking about. Like, "Hey, traveler's check. I know what you mean." No, you don't. No, you don't. But they used to be a real thing, and there was benefits to using them. So just so you know. Anyway, that was the Chad and Christine Davis sent a check from Maine. That's pretty dedicated to physically write out a check and send it in. Thank you for doing that. It's long overdue, me thanking you. Another one is, everyone talks about my beard. It's magnificent. It's glorious. Do you know I have never, ever put any sort of product in my cleaning, wash and scrub, cleaning, yes. But I've never put a product in my beard after the shower, during the day, ever. Other men use it all the time. They groom, they shape, they product in the beard to shape and to do. I don't. This is natural. This is reoccurring in nature. This is the eighth wonder of the world. It's magnificent. Or so I've been told. People tell me how great it is all the time. But I never use a product. Until Buffalo Todd, one of you guys, Buffalo Todd sends me this little thing like this, and I'm like, how do you use this? Because I never used it before. Gen X mom goes, I get out of the shower one day, and she's there doing like this with her hands, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go, yeah. And she goes, calm down, killer. This is for your face. I said, what? And she takes a thin layer of that all through my beard, and it worked wonders. I never used anything before. So if you thought this was good before, watch out, man, because now I have some sculpting nonsense to go on along with it. It's good stuff. Never used it before. And the third thing that I want to bring about, and I better scroll up and see who did this. Hang on. I'll get the name wrong. Yeah, because I think she's in here tonight. You guys know I have a thing about drinking out of straws. We know that. Every time you drink out of a straw, when you're a grown-ass man and you drink out of a straw, there is no way to not look like a little fat kid. You do. Chicks can do it. Chicks can look sexy. Chicks can look cute. They can look anything they want. It did fine. But a guy, no, you're done. No matter what you do, no matter how, I don't care who, you can be John Hamm drinking out of a straw, and it's going to diminish you by half. And Chipmunk sent me some straws, and I haven't used one yet because it feels dirty. I'm going to hold this up, and Lionheart's going to be pissed. Lion's going to go, you motherfucker, you got 100 of these and I didn't get one? I'll send you some. But check this out. These are the straws. See, it's a whole straw. You can see it's a straw in my hand, right? We got that part. And look what's on it. It's a pole dancer. She's dancing on a pole. I can't drink. I have to concentrate drinking out of a straw so I can look cool. This is the ultimate straw of distraction. I can't concentrate. My mouth is a little bit too close to what's going on. It'd be different if that's the business end of the straw. that this is close to. For Christ's sake, I don't know what's going on. God help me, something else. Chuck, Aaron, Josh, you could do the beacon. Chuck, Aaron, Josh, you could do the beacon. I don't know what that means. Teflon Don, member for 2 months. Bottom of Glass Nation, Bottom of Glass family. He's excited about being here. Teflon Don, been around for a minute now. Rock Dog, $9.99, turn my whole screen yellow. Brother, I'd love to down a bottle of Quiet Man Irish whiskey with you when I get all the clear from cancer for the 3rd time. Hey, that's my retirement gift. Whoa, she moved the screen on me. That was horrible of her. Right in the middle of reading, Rock Dog and Gen X Mom, inconsiderate. We'll start over. Rock Dog, $9.99, turn my whole screen yellow. Brother, I'd love to down a bottle of Quiet Man Irish whiskey with you when I get all clear from cancer for the 3rd time. Hey, that's my retirement gift after being a fireman in Southern Cal for 25 years. Hey, Rock Dog, where were you a fireman for 25 years? We may need to talk about crossing paths. It's possible. Rowdy Bobby 18, member for 6 months. Rowdy Bobby been around a long time. Huge present on Discord too. Mrs. 4 Watton turning my screen orange with $20 for the beautiful mom's new dining room table. Mom, you're the best. Okay. Look, I did mess up her dining room table. If you can see it, these microphone stands and all this stuff, I took her. We had this big ball and claw, metal gear-driven, gear slide dining room table we've had since 2001, for sure. If you don't know what ball and claw is on tables, you're missing out. Even if you don't like them, you still got to know what they are. And I drilled holes in this with my drills and my saws. I drilled 2-inch holes and 3-inch holes and 1-inch holes. And then I vacuumed up the carpet wonderfully because I'm a considerate guy. But she definitely is under the belief that she's getting a new table. That she's definitely under that belief. So the reason that you guys see Mrs. 4 Watton donating to the Mom's Table Fund is because she has no dining room table. None. When the studio gets here and we move stuff out there, then she gets a new table. And I was just going to give her here's $500, $400, buy a table. That wasn't good enough for Mrs. 4. Mrs. 4 wants her to have a nice table because right now $400 or $500 does not buy you a gear-driven seats, 14 people ball and claw table. No. So Mrs. 4 has made it one of her personal missions for the table fund. That's why you see stuff coming in for the table fund, and she sets that money aside. Don't think she doesn't. Every time you guys send her for money, she takes it from me and puts it in there. She didn't matter about YouTube's cut. It didn't matter about taxes. She takes the full amount, and I got to bear the brunt of all that. Why? Well, because I'm Kiki rich. I'm Kiki rich, baby. You know that. For God's sakes. Wow. Disney Mama Sammy Joe. Lionheart is the human version of period cramps. I'm not sure how to address that. I don't even know. Why Lionheart says Waikiki? Why Kiki rich? Didn't you hear, Lionheart, weren't you paying attention earlier when Kiki accused me of being rich and ungrateful? That was like a 15-minute segment. That's it. Lion's going to timeout. Why Kiki? Everybody else knows why. How could he not know? How could he not know what's going on? Lionheart, are you listening to the program at all? Are you following along at all? For Christ's sake. Some people's kids, I tell you. Rowdy Bobby, $2 even, gentlemen, for the whiskey fund. Thank you, Rowdy Bobby. Mad Jeeper NH, $20. Turn my screen orange. Whiskey fund. But what's your dream car? Mad Jeeper, what's my dream car? A 1967 AC Cobra with a 427 Super Cobra jet, Pacific blue with white stripes, and tan leather interior. Not that I've thought about it before. If you're just asking off the top of my head, whatever comes to mind, it's that car. If you want to get me one for my birthday, I would really appreciate it. Originals are about $700,000. Factory 5 kit cars are about $80,000. If you got some extra cash, just letting you know. William Price, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation. William, glad to have you here. Hope everybody wished William happy welcome aboard because I missed it when it happened live. Chush jumps in here with $10. That's because her husband is on the road driving truck and she has his credit card. $10. When I was 21, I rented a studio apartment with utilities included. I had the heat cranked to the max and the window open at night. And I would take showers until the hot water ran out. That's the humor I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. When you had that galleon ship they added 400,000 lights to that thing. That's what I'm talking about. When the utilities are included, you do the Disney Electric Light Parade. Do you not know what that means? Because that's really, really funny in the context that I said it. Oh, I've been drinking too much. Everything's funny now. All right. The sheets are clear. The light is green. The trap is clean. We will go back to some of the cool shit. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Rabbits. Lauren Levitt, Everybody Centers, Lazy Kid, Reno. Yeah. Going to Reno. Please remember this. Josh Maddox, put up the link or you fired. Reno will be there April 1st. It's an afternoon evening event. Anybody who can show up, it's free. There's no charge. We're getting quite a bit of response to this all across the spectrum. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok people saying the stuff. It's turning out really well. So you guys want to go, you want to be part of it. You guys know Sun Valley Fox is going to be there. He is determined to be there. Today, I learned Dr. McDreamy will in fact be there. That's right. The doctor, the high school crush of Gen X mom will be there, Dr. McDreamy. So if you guys want to see what he looks like, get some sound medical advice that he's not going to give you because he's going to be drinking a glass of wine and he's not on the clock. He's not there to talk about your health concerns. Don't walk up to him and go, "Hey, doc, I got this pain in my neck right here. What do you think that might be?" I don't want to tell you. No, he ain't going to tell you shit. Okay, we're here to talk about cool stuff and not your aches and pains. So, moving along. Rents included, podcast, Rabbit Hutch, okay. I don't get this story at all. Now, maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe I'm a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Maybe I have no fucking clue to how the world works. After we're in the year 2023, they posted an article that a new undiscovered room in the pyramid, and it wasn't anything in it, but it was something they didn't know about, and they showed pictures of it. Okay, how do we not have the technology to put fucking like some sort of X-ray machine on the whole fucking pyramid? How do we not have the technology to just get a 3D map of everything inside and under the pyramid? Come on, we have that technology. Don't fucking pretend. Don't lie to me. I'll tell you what. You lie to your friends, I'll lie to mine, but let's not lie to each other, okay? There is no way that we should be discovering rooms in 2023. It's almost like they're just like, we got 5 rooms, don't tell anybody, and every few years we'll bring one up and that'll generate more tourism. That's almost what it feels like to me. Because there's no way that this is a thing. It came out like a day or two ago. They had a brand new room, undiscovered, previously unknown. Come on. We've been digging into this thing for 1,000 years and people are still discovering stuff and we have the technology. There is some satellite in outer space right now that can read 200 feet below that pyramid and tell me the date on a dime. Why just now? There's no way. I'm not buying that shit. But they put it out there. They put it out there like it's there. Look at this. Look over here. And you go and look. Yeah, I call bullshit on. No fucking way is that even possible. But what do I know? Now, I wanted to tell you guys something. God, I just can't get into that. I had 2 things heavily on my mind. They were a very different slant, a very different take on topics that get people banned. Probably one of them is going to get us, at least if we don't get banned, we'll get a strike. But they're a long conversation. I was actually going to lead on the Facebook night last night with one of these conversations, and then the kid ended up doing the show. So I was going to do it tonight. And then I actually started jotting down some notes, kind of collected my thoughts on a whole brand new one, and I did it. Now I got two of these pretty powerful. Oh, they'll be slices. They're going to be slices. The kid will slice these out. They're pretty fucking intense. Oh, it's going to get people yelling at me, no doubt. They're a very different angle. They are not the same conversations you have heard over and over. No. These are original content from my pea brain. And they're not wrong. Because they're not an opinion. They're stating a couple facts and putting a few pieces together and go, wait a minute, you guys say this and you guys say this. How do these fit? And all of a sudden people are going, whoa, he's right. How the fuck? Whoa, how come no one thought of that before? I don't know. I don't know how come no one thought about it, but I'm angry about it. There's two of them. Oh, there's two. We'd be here 45 minutes in each one. I'm going to have to bring those up. Tomorrow, we have the World Show at 10 a.m. I'm not going to bring it up there because that's more political. That's more cultural. We got some really cool shit going on. Talking a lot tomorrow about China at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Pacific Standard Time, Los Angeles time. So I'm not bringing it up there, not the right place. And then the 6 o'clock show is on Facebook tomorrow night. And I'm not even sure what we're doing with that show, but I don't know that I'm just not sure what the audience we're going to retain with that would be. I don't know. Maybe this is a Saturday night thing. Maybe we need to plan on going 2 hours on Saturday night. Maybe we need to do that. So, look, that's the deal. I got to go. I'm not out of jokes. I'm not out of stories, but I'm almost out of hooch. And you guys know what that means. Let me check the sheets here. John P., I'm a younger guy dating an older gal. I'm not even finished reading what he wrote. John P., I'm a younger guy dating an older gal. All right. You use the word gal. I'm a younger guy dating an older gal. All right. So you're 50. Come on, man. Guys who are 25 and 30 do not use the word gal. They don't say, look at those gals over there. There's something. It's a pretty nice fellow. They don't do that. So when you use the word gal, you're already old. I'm a younger guy dating an older gal. There's a 20-year difference between us. Am I messed up? Well, if you're 50 and she's 70, yes. Let's say, for the sake of argument, John P., that you're 25 and she's 45. And I'm going to tell you something with a great deal of authority on the matter. All right? I want you to listen. I don't care if you're dating her or not. Go ahead. But the purpose of dating is practicing for getting married. You're practicing, you're figuring out dating, you're figuring out what you're doing, what you want, what you don't want, and then you go to pursue getting married. And one of the reasons you can quit dating someone is when you realize, I'm never going to see myself being married to this person, and I want to get married, and so why continue dating? You're wasting time. And there's actually people that feel that way. Now, if you're never going to get married and you're dating for the sake of dating, who cares? But assuming that you're dating for the purposes of getting married, I will tell you that the age discrepancy now doesn't matter a whole lot. I am also going to tell you that the age discrepancy in 20 years is unbearable. The age discrepancy in dating an older woman right now is nothing. It's inconsequential. In fact, you get a brownie point, you get a badge, you get a ribbon for scoring. Good job. The age discrepancy 20 years from now will become unbearable. I am not going to go down the road of conversation and telling you why. I will tell you that it is unbearable with some authority, and you're going to have to just believe me. I'm not steering you wrong. Do what you want. All right, where are we at? Diver Monkey, are you sure you will be there on April 1st, or are you just... No, it's not a joke. It worked out that way. That's the time to go. I know everybody does an April Fool's joke. There's going to be 200 of us show up on April 1st in Reno, and you're going to be home going, ha ha, April Fools. It's not true. It's not true. We are going. It's a real thing. We are going to be there. It's not an April Fool's joke at all. Where am I at? Rowdy Bobby, $2. What do you think about Sean Payton coaching the Broncos? Anytime this happens, this is for all of you. Just even if you're not sports fans, write this down, and then you sound smart. It is never a good idea when an old coach with old ways of playing football coaches in the modern era. It has been proven time and time again. They're successful winning coaches in one era, and everybody learns how to beat those teams, play those teams, compete against those teams, and they crush them and move on. Not just his team, everybody's. Now there's new formulas, there's new offenses, there's new defenses. And you bring an old coach in, it doesn't work. It never has. It's never worked once. Bringing in a coach who's stuck in his ways never works. You have to bring in a coach that has evolved. And Peyton's pretty stuck in his offense from 15 years ago. Stanley Pitts, welcome to Being an Extra. Thank you very much, Stanley. Appreciate you being here. Everett Plummer, ever want to build a Lotus 7? Dad used to build race cars after World War II. A Hudson Hornet was the breadwinner. I wanted to build a, I know this isn't that old, an Oldsmobile Omega. Go look it up. I know it looks similar to a very popular car, but I wanted to build an Oldsmobile. I will tell you a piece of family history. What was it called? It was called, hold on. God damn it. I'm drinking, and now I can't remember the name of it. Now I don't know. I'll have to tell you that story later. It was a hot rod magazine from the 60s, and my family still has the car, and I can't fucking think of the name right now, and I'll tell you the issue of hot rod and look it up at some other time. But as of right now, I got to go. Do you guys realize that I just spent over an hour and a half with you folks? There are no kids in my house. My daughter and granddaughter went to Pismo Beach for the weekend. Gen Z kid is up north for 3 days, and my other millennial daughter is at her boyfriend's house for the next 3 or 4 days. Do you realize that this house is empty? And I could be walking around naked eating pizza with Gen X mom, and I'm not. I'm here. I'm here with all you jabronis. Yeah, that's right. Don't ever forget my dedication, or my insanity, as some of you will call it. Listen, I got to go. I do. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you had an hour and a half to waste, why not waste it here? What else are you going to do? I don't know. It was good for some laughs, a little bit of information. And we'll have to put up a poll to see if Josh Maddox still has a job or not. Dicey, isn't it? Really touchy. Thank you, Gwen, for being the $2 whore. Thank you guys for all the contributions. Thank you guys for all the comments. I really appreciate it. What's that last minute entry in there? Bum, bum, bum. Mrs. T, member for 3 months. Thank you, Mrs. T. She's going through some anxiety stuff. Well, that happens when you watch this program. What do you expect? Listen, thank you guys for listening and watching and tuning in. Wherever you are around this planet, if you guys are listening right now, we thank you. We love you guys a ton. Best family ever, best friends ever, best viewers we could ever want, and in the words of my friend Josh Maddox, best bar ever. From around the planet, whether you're listening on AM, FM, Sirius XM, or on the Armed Service Radio Network. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you, each one of you. Where? Come on, you already know. We'll catch you on the flip side.